My brothers and sisters, you are now watching The Gamer 2323, so just forget about the chores you're supposed to do. Put your feet up, get your Kool-Aid, fried chicken, popcorn, get whatever you may need. And I hope you enjoy the video.
You know, last year there were a lot of disappointing games, you know. Part of it was our fault because, you know, us hyping up all of these games, but we weren't prepared. You know, there were so many games that we were looking forward to last year, and pretty much half or maybe even more than half of those games ended up not really reaching our expectations. No longer. Okay, 2015 will be different. There are a lot of games that we are hyped for this year, but we have to be careful because we don't want this year to end up how last year did. So I'm about to help y'all suckers on which games might possibly flop this year, okay? Because there are a lot of great games, you know, that, you know, look good on paper, but again, like, I mean, it could be like last year to where you know, we thought this game was great, and then it comes out, and then it's just like, what happened? And so I'm about to tell you guys all the games that you should be aware of that could possibly flop in 2015. Let's get started. Now, first off is Dying Light. Now, Dying Light comes out this month, okay? Dying Light will be the first game that I purchased in 2015, okay? It comes out January 27th, okay? Now, as much as I am excited, I try not to use hype anymore because it just seems like I jinx all the games. But as much as I'm excited to play Dying Light, we have to be careful. I mean, let's not forget, this is being made by the same bastards that made Dead Island. I don't know. I mean, some people like Dead Island. I wasn't one of those people, okay? But what intrigues me about Dying Light is that, first off, it is a zombie game. Now, you know, we've been getting a lot of games like that, but everyone loves to kill zombies. There's no denying it, okay? So, you know, but what makes Dying Light so special is because of the parkour gameplay. You know, it got that Mirror's Edge-esque type gameplay where you can, like, literally just traverse, you know, around the world and just, you know, just new ways to, you know, come up with new ideas to, you know, escape zombies or to use the environment as a weapon. So I love really the gameplay of Dying Light. You know, I'm not too sure about what the story is going to be about. Let's hope it's at least decent. You know, but aside from that, you know, the co-op aspect, I'm interested in playing co-op with my friends and seeing how that is. Another thing that intrigues me about Dying Light is the nighttime gameplay. You know, when it's in the daytime, it really doesn't look like too much is going on. It doesn't seem like the infected are, you know, too much of a threat. But when nighttime comes, that all changes. It actually seems like the game gets scary towards nighttime because, you know, the zombies get stronger and really you have to run because those zombies are coming straight for your cheeks. So I like that. But again, let's not forget, this is coming from the same people who made Dead Island. So when it comes to Dying Light, it's really one of those games to where this game can either go over really well or this game can really go sour and just completely flop. So as much as I am excited for playing Dying Light because of the things that's inside of the game that never has really been done in a game like this, Dead Island, bro. I mean, Dead Island, what else do I have to say? Dying Light may possibly flop in 2015. Next up, Evolve. Evolve. You know what? I remember before I played Evolve, you know, in the alpha or beta, whatever it was, I actually just got a code in the email to play, I guess, the beta for Evolve. They were like, "Are you ready to play the Evolve beta?" I'm like, nah. Because, I mean, from what I played of Evolve, that's pretty much all I needed to play, you know. But I remember, before I played this game, I kept on hearing people talk about this game, Evolve. Like, people were hyping this game up like it was going to be like something really special. So when I played it for myself, I'm like, okay, it's an interesting concept, but why is this game receiving so much praise? It wasn't really nothing special to me. You know, when I played, I did have some fun playing it, but Evolve seems like one of those games that if you're playing it with your friends, cool, you're going to have fun. You know, if you're the monster, you know, you can destroy your friends, or you can play with your friends and try to hunt down the monster. You're going to have fun playing with your friends. It really seems like one of those co-op games that you know, you play with your friends and have fun for a while. But if you play Evolve solo, it's like a completely different experience. Like you can still have fun doing it, but it's just not as good, you know. And when I was playing Evolve, I did play with, you know, some people, and I did play solo. And with people, again, it is more fun playing with your friends. But when you play solo, it's just like okay. And plus, with Evolve, because it's only an online multiplayer game, there is no story. It really, the online really has to, you know, have some depth to it. And in the beta that I play, and granted it is a beta or alpha, whatever, but let's be honest, from these betas that we have recently been playing, when these games come out, they're not too much different from the beta. So I think that we all have a good idea of what Evolve is going to be about, and I just think that this game won't last long. Like you know, when it comes out, people are going to play it for a while, but it's really based on the amount of content they put in this game. Yes, it's going to have different monsters and stuff. You know, I'm sure, you know, you'll have some weapon upgrades and stuff, you know, maybe some different game types and stuff like that. But because this game is an online game only, I really think this game might end up being one of those, not saying it'll flop as hard as this game, but I really think Evolve could possibly turn out to be how Titanfall, you know, turned out, because Titanfall was really just online game only. And don't say, actually Titanfall had a story, you know, it was stop. Titanfall is an online game only, and because, you know, I mean, it got content, you know, as time went on. But when you're an online only game, you really have to, you know, come out swinging, because if your online does not have a lot of depth to it, people are going to lose interest like that. And I think with Evolve, because it's an online game only, and because really you play with your friends to have fun, and that's when you can really experience, you know, what Evolve is about, because it really is about teamwork and talking and stuff like that. But if you're playing solo, I don't see what's really too special about Evolve. I really think this game is going to be one of those games that come and goes, and that's another game you gotta be on the lookout for, bruh. The Order 1886. Okay, now this is a game that when it comes out, I'm getting it the day it comes out. Okay, The Order 1886 has some promise to it. Okay, this game does look good. The visuals in this game looks great. Okay, now yes, it has the black bars at the top for more of a cinematic experience, but you cannot deny that this game looks great. It's not the graphics will not be the issue. The game looks great. What people are on the fence about is, one, this game is a single player only game, and we all know there are gamers out there that they need a multiplayer. Okay, if they don't have a multiplayer in their game, some gamers, once they beat a story once, they don't need to play the story again. So with a game like this, people are already on the fence about it, because it's like, you expect me to pay $60+ for this game and it doesn't even have an online multiplayer? Nah. So because The Order 1886 is a single player only game, this story has to be lengthy, and it has to be at least decent. Okay, the gameplay has to be good as well. And from what we've seen of The Order so far, you know, some of the gameplay we've seen has been good. Some of the gameplay we've seen hasn't really been that impressive, like the gameplay they showed back at the PlayStation Experience when he was just inside the kitchen just shooting at guys. That was just like, okay, this just looks like your typical third-person shooter. But the gameplay we've seen when he was taking on that werewolf down inside the tunnel, that is what I like when I see The Order 1886. And I think with a game like this, it's so important to have the story. First off, again, it has to be lengthy and it has to be at least decent. The gameplay has to be good. You don't have to worry about the graphics. The graphics look great. So it's really just about the gameplay and story, because that's all The Order has to go off of. And, you know, it has to have, you know, a good amount of content in the game. So with The Order, 1886, I get why people are on the fence about it. Still not quite sold on this game. All the gameplay we've seen has not really been that impressive, but some of the gameplay we've seen has looked impressive. So I think with the order, it really comes down to how good is this game's story going to be and how good is the gameplay going to be. So just based off that, that is another game that, as much as I am excited to play this game, The Order 1886, you do kind of have to keep one eye on it. Like, I ain't too sure about you, bruh. Halo 5 Guardians. Tisk tisk 343 tisk suckers 343 Industries, man. We all know, you know, the current state that Halo is in right now, and again, it kills me because Halo is literally right there. Halo can be in a great spot right now, but due to complications, it's not quite there yet. And Halo 5 Guardians, from what I've played in the beta, when I was able to play the beta, it's a good game. I was shocked because I went into this beta hands up like, bro, I don't know what's about to go down. Let me play some of this game to see what's the deal. But, you know, a lot of people, they're saying that this game is not Halo, you know, and again, I thought that as well until I played the game. Halo 5 still feels like Halo. It really does. It's not another 4. It feels like Halo, but what they did is, you know, they kind of tweaked a lot of stuff in this game, and they made it more modern. They made a modern day version of Halo, and with that, of course, you got those Halo vets out there that they're like, nope, this game is not Halo 2. I don't want no part of it. They just want Halo 2 or 3. That's it. Nothing else matters. But again, you can't, like, you gotta keep the game fresh somehow. So 343, they're in a tight spot right now because they're trying to listen to you know, what the hardcore fans want, and then they're trying to, you know, again, still keep, you know, this game fresh and try to make it, you know, appealing to all players out there that might have some interest in getting into this franchise. So Halo 5 might be the best attempt I've ever seen since, like, probably 3, really, because I think 5 is better than Reach. I think 5, at least the multiplayer is. I think 5 is better than Reach. I think 5 is better than 4. You know, as far as trying to, you know, add new stuff to the game, but still keeping that core feeling of Halo. So Halo 5. Again, here's the thing. I think Halo 5 is going to be a great game. I really do. Like, I think Halo 5 is going to be at least a decent game. We have not had just a completely trash Halo as far as an overall game. You can talk about the online, but as far as the story, you don't have to worry about the story in Halo. The story in Halo has always been good. Even 4's story was good. It was just short, okay? So you don't really have to worry about the story in Halo. When it comes down to with Halo, it's strictly that online multiplayer. And 343, since, you know, what happened in MCC and the Halo 5 beta, they haven't really shown that they can really have a stable matchmaking. I don't know what the heck is going on, but MCC and the Halo 5 beta are probably in my top. I really cannot think of any game I have played that the online, just the matchmaking alone and how frustrating it is to find consistent games. I can't think of any game that I have played online that has been like this. MCC and the Halo 5 were probably two of the worst experiences as far as matchmaking goes. And that's really, right now, that is Halo's main issue. The freaking matchmaking. And I'm telling you right now, if Halo 5 is another MCC to where it's a great game, but because of the amount of issues that's in the game, it just falls off the map, Halo is done. I really think this is the last straw for Halo 5. And if 343 does not get everything right, I'm talking about from the single player, the online, the freaking content in the game, you know, trying to keep, you know, the old Halo and mix it in with the new Halo. If they don't get all that stuff right, Halo 5 is I think Halo 5 will be the last Halo if this fails, okay? And because of what happened in MCC and the Halo 5 beta, you gotta, you know, kind of have, you know, your eyebrows raised of how this game is going to turn out. So just from the online experience alone, I ain't too sure about Halo 5. Rainbow Six Siege, you know, Ubisoft has a lot of work to do this year. Ubisoft has a lot to prove this year, because last year Ubisoft had some potential bangers, and all of those games ended up being disappointing. From Watch Dogs to Assassin's Creed Unity to The Crew. I mean, Lord have mercy. And it's like a lot of these games that are coming out, Ubisoft has so many potentially great games, but they somehow, some way, always find a way to ruin it. So this year, Rainbow Six Siege is one of those games that it really can like bring back like high competition shooters where it really takes teamwork to win. And when we seen the gameplay of this game at E3, I immediately fell in love, because I love games that really take teamwork, and Rainbow Six Siege looks to be one of those games. Now, with this game, I'm thinking strictly about that online multiplayer. I mean, let's be honest, I'm not really thinking about the story. With a game like this, like this game right here, I'm all about the online. And, you know, hopefully the gameplay we seen, you know, when they showed it back during E3, hopefully that's actually how the gameplay is going to be. Let's hope that this game does not get a downgrade in graphics or just whatever. Like, everything we've seen in that gameplay, that's how this game really needs to play. And if it plays like that, it can be great. But again, Ubisoft has had all these games that when we first get the first glimpse of it, it's like, oh my God, this game looks amazing. But then the closer and closer and closer it gets to that game coming out, is just like, son, this is not what I first seen. You know, so Rainbow Six Siege is one of those games to where I honestly, for the first time ever, I literally do not care about the story. Like, I don't care what the story is going to be about. I don't even know if this game will have a story, okay? But with that online multiplayer, Lord have mercy. If this game can turn out right and Ubisoft gets it on every nail, this game can really bring back what online gaming is about. Just communication and you know, working as a team to beat the other player. I like, cause games from SOCOM to Gears of War, like, you don't really see shooters like that no more that really take teamwork to win, you know. And I really think that Rainbow Six Siege could be one of those games that brings back that classic shooter online experience, and hopefully Ubisoft can get this right. And last but not least, you should already know what game I'm about to say, because I haven't even spoken about this game yet. I have so much fear for this game. If this game does not end up what it could be, I might cry. And this game and Rainbow Six Siege are literally the last two straws when it comes to me buying games from Ubisoft. The freaking Division, dude. Ubisoft, you cannot mess this up. This game could be one of the best games this year. This game could be a top 5 game this year. This game could be a potential game of the year contender. That's how much potential this game has, okay? The Division can change up the game, okay? The same way that Call of Duty 4, when that came out and, you know, it just changed up the game, the Division has the potential to do that. This game can be one of the best shooters that we've played in recent memory. But This is Ubisoft. This is Ubisoft we're talking about, and that's literally the main issue. It's coming from Ubisoft, and what they have been doing lately with all their games that could have been really good, and how they have come out and just end up being just okay games. That is my main fear. The Division can't just be an okay game. This game has to be one of those bangers that's like, dang, okay, this is what next gen is about. And with the Division, this game looks amazing. Okay, the gameplay looks amazing. I love that it takes place in New York City. Okay, I love the team aspect of the gameplay. I'm not too sure about this game being online only because a lot can go wrong, especially if you're on those Uplay servers. So a lot can go wrong because some people might not always want to play this game online, always be connected online to have to play this game. They might just want to play might just want to play the story for themselves and get a hang of the game before they get on. But because this game seems like it's going to be an online only game, a lot can go wrong. So with the Division, it's just one of those games. Like I said this before, but this game can either go over really well, or this game could be just another Watch Dogs or a Crew or Assassin's Creed Unity. And if it's that, I might be done buying games from Ubisoft, because it's like you have so many. Ubisoft has so many games that could have been so great. And it's just like they continue to just drop the ball and drop the ball and drop the ball. It's like with the Division and Rainbow Six Siege, these are literally the last two straws they have in my book. This 2015 should be the redemption of Ubisoft. like this has to be the year to where you come back and say, not all our games are trash. So with the Division, I am scared for the future of this game. I'm scared of how this game is going to turn out. But if Ubisoft can just be like, no, we are not messing up this game, because I know y'all have so many great titles, and just like, what the freak is going on? But if they can get this game right, if the Division can be one of the best games that come out this year, okay? This can be one of the best games on next gen, okay? And I'm just not sure, bruh. I'm just not sure. You already know this game had to go on my games that might possibly flop in 2015, just because it's coming from Ubisoft. And that is it, man. That is all the games that I have on my list that could potentially flop in 2015. There is a lot more, but I don't want to go down every game that might possibly flop. What games do you guys think might possibly flop in 2015? We have to be prepared, okay? We cannot have our hearts broken the same way it was last year, okay? Because there are so many games that came out last year and just like, what the... Why do I keep on buying these games? Because no game has really amazed me yet. We cannot have that same year. We have to be prepared this year. So help me help you. What games should we be on the lookout for this year that might possibly flop? Let me know down in the comments below, and I will catch you suckers later, okay? Be ready and be prepared.